Hey there, you guys. I have a urgent message for Governor Gavin Newsom, California. Whatever you do, please fight for your state because you're the voice, whether you know it or not, of 50 states. What America under this leadership is trying to do is they're trying to form what is called the hostage justice system. How would I know? Is I woke up this morning listening to the speech the recent one that Governor Newsom made. And as he began to talk about the plans of sending in the military and taking immigrants off the street for a matter, whether they're violent or not, and all kinds of stuff, it sounded familiar. It sounded like the Japanese hostage justice system. How do you know about that, Rhonda? Well, my son has been a hostage in Japan for 3 years and 5 months under the hostage justice system. How do you not know about that? Because America is trying to form their own. Governor Newsom at this point is the only voice, because the rest of them have cowered it out, other than Michigan Governor Whitmer. He's the only voice that is speaking to be willing to fight out of 50 states. If this man can stand up and tell them, you are not going to come in and destroy my state, the rest of the states will have a good fight. The hostage justice system in Japan has been in place for over 50 years. It is illegal. It is not even on their books. Yet, under the hostage justice system, they get 99% conviction rates. And it's mainly targeted at immigrants, those who are foreigners. Yes, you have a lot of people in their country who are victims of it, but most of them are foreigners. They have a 99% conviction rate. They will keep them, they will take them for any reason. They can be walking down the street. They can be in their homes. They can watch them. They can get wind of them. Take them and put them in a detention and not even tell their families, not let them talk to their families, not give them any type of legal help, not let anybody know. When my son went into the hostage justice system in 2021, had it not been for my son's boss calling me my son telling him, call my mom and let her know that I've been detained, I called the U.S. Embassy to let them know, go and get my son, go and find my son. The U.S. Embassy in Japan didn't even know that my son was there. Their every intention was to keep him hostage and not tell anyone. Nobody ever would have known. And then pressure him to actually confess to a crime that he did not commit. Therefore, that would be a number for him on how many hostages that they can take, especially immigrants. Right after my son was picked up on December 7th, 2021, the U.S. Embassy put out a announcement. All foreigners, carry your passports. They're picking people up. But they had just gotten my son a week before that. And we've been fighting to get him out of the hostage justice system for 3 years and now going on 6 months. They took him into the court system, sentenced him to 8 years. Thank God for a ram in a bush for the Innocence Project Japan. They came in, found out that the government and the police officers and the prosecutors of Japan had taken and falsified DNA evidence, sent in a expert witness and everything. Now they're just holding my son. So all of this information is out now. They're doing symposiums. They're doing all kinds of stuff to get the wind out, get the word out that this child is being held hostage. But why isn't America doing anything about it? Why hasn't America heard about this in 3 years and 5 months? Because if they're trying to create the same system, why would they give you wind on it? Now, the hostage justice system in Japan, it is not even on their books. So everything that they're taking and they're holding these people, it's all illegal. But it's been over 50 years. They've had some people that have been there. You've got people that are in African countries and things like that. They ain't never getting out. And there's no evidence on them. None whatsoever. My son has been being held. He, up through last year, I think he applied for bail 15 times and was denied. And what happened is because they don't have a bail system. They didn't have an electronic monitoring system. The attorneys were afraid to go up against the system because it was an illegal system. There's no due process. So what's happening is you have a person that is like the Japanese government. They have an ego. This person that is in America has an ego. And Governor Newsom has decided, I'm going to stand toe-to-toe with you. However, there's a secret weapon. There's a woman, Whitmer. She refuses to back down. That's how you get the narcissistic injury. Newsom, stand. 30% of the Japanese that are in this country, they're in Japan. They can take you. You can be in business. You can do all kinds of stuff, start a family, the whole nine. You can have legal status. My son was on a visa and everything, legal status. Still took him. But then after his passport was not renewable, he was supposed to be immediately shipped back to his country. See, they're not, in America, they're not trying to take the immigrants and ship them back. They're going to take them now and detain them. Keep them in the country. So you have to understand, you get behind him. You in California, get behind him. It is not about the president anymore. It is get behind your government, because it is not a matter of who you are now. It is not a matter of how much money you have. Look at Carlos Ghosn that was in Japan at that time. That man was there for Nissan, paid millions to get out. Go read his story. These people are doing illegal things. And that's every intention on what's going to go on in America. We're just going to take these people. We're going to hold them hostage. There's no due process, no nothing. We'll send the military in to get them. We'll trump up charges if we have to make sure that we meet a quota. Whatever you do, Governor Newsom, do not let that man take over your state. If you need information on the hostage justice system, I'll give it to you personally. I am now navigating through a 50-year system that is holding my child. Nobody has been able to take that system down, and it's illegal. The judges work together. The prosecutors work together. The police work together. They all work together. And then what they'll do is they'll exploit people to get money. But I have not talked to my son in 3 years and 5 months. I've only talked to him for 30 minutes. When I flew over to Japan, they allowed me to see him as he was behind glass for 30 minutes. Now, mind you, it's all illegal. It has been determined that it's illegal. So now they're in Japan marching for him, fighting for him. All the evidence has come back. Frank Mervan, the representative for Indiana, he wrote the ambassador that is over there that represents America. Yeah, we know he's here. We're working on it. So why isn't America getting involved? If he was guilty, he would have been home. They would have been made news about it. However, are they studying the system to try to create the same one? Everybody needs to watch out. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you came from. Everybody needs to watch that system.